If you ever needed a way to get your roleplay community together in a more sustainable way with calendars and forums and a chat and voice chat, well, Gilded might be the best fit for you. So let's go ahead and get this started setting up your Gilded roleplay server. Come on. Now, one thing that Gilded is very awesome about is having a lot of different things for content creators, streamers, pretty much any community you can think of, all together in one place. We got, like I said, we have calendars, we have voice chat, multiple lobbies or multiple room voice chat, to say the least. And you got forums, a scheduler, and a media share, docs sharing. So we're just going to ahead put in this logo. And then once you've done that, go ahead and hit continue. Now, this section you don't really need to worry about because, again, this is catered more for a gaming community. You don't have to worry about setting up or getting things set up for whichever game that you want to focus on because unless your roleplay community is focused on, say, Grand Theft Auto or Apex Legends, then yeah, you want to go ahead and add that into the mix. But we're just going to bypass that for right now. So we'll go ahead and click add games later just below the continue button. And here you have your invite link, which you can immediately start sending out to on your Twitter or other social media that you have set up for your community. We're not going to do that right now. So let's go ahead and hit continue. And everything's set up ready to go. Now, as a Gilded server, it does come with a few things straight out the gate. One of those things is a general chat channel. This is great where if you got this and you want to work with somebody else and try to get everything all up and running as quickly as possible, this is perfect. One way, the first step you got to do though is let's go ahead and set up an application for, new members that you want to bring into your server. So what applications are is a great way to weed out members that you think, oh, their answers are not what your roleplay community is looking for, or is this something like completely different direction that you think, eh, it's okay, we'll keep you in our list in case something opens up. It's like a job application. Treat it the same way. So you go into applications. What you want to do is go ahead and edit applications. You want to start up a new one. So go ahead and put in your description a place for role play without two O's. Now you can add as many questions or as little questions as you want, and you can change the answer type. So you can choose by short answer, long answer, multiple choice, checkbox, or a single selection. So this one is say, why do you want to join our server? And they have to give you a long answer. And you can also say if it's mandatory or optional by just selecting or turning on and off this toggle button. So let's go ahead and keep that. Let's add another question. What class will you be playing? Again, select your answer type, long, short. This one can be short, and we want to make it mandatory because we want to make sure we want to know who's coming into our new roleplay community or old roleplay community. So once you get all your questions, you can preview what it looks like. So this is what it looks like on the user's end. So they will have to put in, let's say, because I'm cool. And everyone who loves paladins, of course. Who doesn't love a good paladin? And then they'll send in. And then right now we go ahead and we hit save our application. And it is ready to go. Easy. Now, you can also share the link of the application. You can have as many applications as you want. It's not just geared to a joining our guild. You can set up for, setting up for dungeon masters. What applications for that, or applications for your staff members. Anything that you can think of, you can set up an application for your community to help you run your community pretty much. So that is setting up applications. And when you get a response from members coming in, they're all going to be listed right here that you can go through and select uh, their status if you approve or deny or anything like that. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at setting up a what's called a group. Think of it as a server within a server. So what you want to do is you see this plus sign. Let's go ahead and create a group here by clicking on it. And let's call this tavern. Now, you can set it up, you can have different roles within your community. You can have, let's say, people can select themselves as a paladin role or healer or, dark elves or, you know, whatever setting that you have set up for your role play server. So we'll set it up for everyone at the moment. You can put in a description of what this group is. Let's go ahead and hit create, and we have set up our new subgroup within our server. And that you can do the same thing that you could do in your main group here within the subgroup. So you can put in the voice channels, you can put calendars, schedulers, anything that you want that you've done within your main group. You can do the same thing in your subgroups here. Let's go back to our main. Now, one other thing that is great for roleplay communities is getting your world building. And the best way to do that is, type it out on a Word document or Google Docs or anything that you can think of. Hell, you can even write it on a piece of paper on parchment paper with a quill if you want to go so full immersion on it. One thing that's hard to do is sharing Google Docs links or OneDrive links or anything like that. What Gilda does makes things a lot easier. So all we have to do is click on in the list here to create channel, and you have a selection of 10 items or different ways of different channels, what they are focused on. So for this one, let's go for the docs. This one is where you can write documents for others to read and comment on, and automatically save drafts and more. Let's go ahead and do that. And this is going to be our world building. And also you can make it public or not. So what that means is that you have it selected as public, anyone who is visiting it but not a member of your community can see this particular room. So it'd be great for world building to get people interested in what your role play is about. But if there's other things that you want to make non-public and just members only, go ahead, turn this selection off by clicking on it. So let's go ahead and create this new channel, world building. Now you can create a doc by simply typing it out, and easy as that. Now, once you're done, let's call this the world of Baritude. I don't know. I just thought of something off the top of my head. And we'll fill it in. Words go here on the awesome world. Now, once you put in your world building setup and everything like that, go ahead, hit publish, and there you go. Now people can come in and comment on what you've done. Say, hey, I don't really appreciate adding this part in the greater world. Can we have it where the War of 1812 happened at 1819? So they can go back and forth on leaving a comment, and you can be like, "Oh, thank you for your insight." But no, this is how things are running. Like it or leave it, buddy, or however you want to run things. Now, when you go back into the main view, it's going to show up here. And then you have your others, or as many documents as you want right here. Now you can do this for your world building. You can do it for your character sheets, anything that you can think of. You can put it all in that requires documents. You can put it in the document folder, and you can also do the same thing in your different groups. You can add in documents, say the tavern's menu for the week. Put that in there. So there is a lot of things that you are presented with and how you can set up and run your community with Gilded. Now, another nice thing is also a media share. What that means is right here, it's the collection of pictures and videos that you can put within everyone, within your guild, anyone can see and can comment on quite easily. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead, click on the media, your channel type. Let's go ahead, type in a name. Inspiration. Now, I'm just thinking off the top of my head, what inspires you with your certain character? Different looks from movies or other series of books or anything like that. So this is where you can put in your character or world building uh, inspiration. And again, if you want to make it public or not, it gives you the option. So let's go ahead and hit create. And let's go ahead and add media. And it's the same thing anywhere else. We'll just go ahead and put this in for just right now. And you can put in a description of what this picture is. And you can also use tags. It's completely optional. Hit done once you're finished. Oh, you can also title it as well. So it gives you and your members a great presentation of different um, pictures that you want to share or videos you found on YouTube, because it's the same thing. You found a video on YouTube that helps you inspire your world building or your character design or anything like that. You can put it here for other people to look over and say, oh, okay, I understand this character a little bit better. Now that I see this. Now, another way you can, if let's say you want to add in voice chat or a voice role play. Not many people do. Other people like to do it as well. Or just get creative in getting your members together over voice. Well, what you can do, same thing. Click on the voice chat or the voice channel type, and then go ahead. Let's title it voice chat. Just make it simple. Same thing, public or not. It's totally up to you. And you can have multiple versions of it. So hit create. Now you can also add sub rooms or different rooms within your main voice channel. So let's go ahead and add the staff room. And let's go ahead and add the idea board. So you can see exactly where I'm going with. There is so much potential that you can do. Like I said at the beginning of the video, it kind of is overwhelming at first, but once you start getting into and your designs and ideas start rolling, it's a lot easier to start figuring things out. Now, you can also put in different text chats as well. You can put in rooms if you want to do role playing chat within, just say, the tavern. So you can say this one. If you want to change the name of it, it's of course the same thing as any other Gilded server. Hit channel settings, change out the name, Bartender Louis. Make sure you hit save changes, and then you're all set. So now Bartender Louis, so you can have your different roleplay go through this particular section, or you can set up where different settings within a world or an area or a location. Again, it's completely up to you. Now, I did mention a calendar and a scheduler, so let me show you that as well during closing this out. You have your calendar, same thing. click on create a new channel, click on a channel type. We're gonna make a calendar, create, and this helps get everything situated. So the raid of Zanzibar or Zanzar happens on the 29th at 10 p.m. And of course, you can drill it down to make it a little bit easier to understand. Again, completely up to you. Hit create, and there you go. There you go. Now, another thing is let's go ahead and create a new channel, a scheduler, and actually this is forums and a list. Let's go ahead and go over there scheduling. Again, let's keep it simple here. Create. And here is where all your members can come together and say, I am available between this date and this date. So let's go ahead and I'm available right there. It's as simple as just going to the day where you are available, the start time and your end time. And just click and hold and drag. Now, once you get all sorts of different people together, you can go ahead and simply create an event within that particular time frame that a lot of your members have available. The same thing as setting up a date within the calendar. And in fact, I'll show you here by giving you a red dot or it'll be a red outline. New event. And we'll set it up there on the 26th at 3 p.m. As calendar, you can also add different channels that you be placed in. So go create and invite your members into this particular event as easy as selecting their names and sending an invite. Now I can't really do that because I'm the only member here within this new servers, but you get the idea. So if we go back into calendar, our new event where all of our members are available shows up right there. Invites have been sent out, and you can also send out where the role play is going to be taking place within that room. The links all right within the description. Perfect getting a group role play session underway and scheduled and ready to go. Now, I went past a couple other things. You have your forums, which you can also set up. Let's go ahead and set this up. Forums. It's is like the title on the tin says. It's your forums, pretty much. Just create a topic and go from there. It's no different from old school forums how we used to be working with, and a lot of different services like Engine and the likes of those would work off as well. So, and I believe that is it. Now, if there's any other things I have missed or you think or you have questions on, please leave your comments down in the comments below where comments usually go. I'll have a link to my own. It's not a roleplay server. It's where we talk about MMOs and MMORPGs. It's the Breakfast Nook. We go over, we have fun, talk about certain things like that. And it's just a great place to get talking about the different games we have set up for Fallout 76, Star Wars: The Old Republic, and Guild Wars 2, Secret World Legends. Pretty much any MMO is up for grabs of discussion. So I'll put the link in the description below. I also stream my recording of these videos on Friday nights or here on YouTube. I also do game streams over on Twitch Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern. Again, all the links are below. Well, I also hope you hit that like button and hit subscribe because definitely need to be looking at some more videos to set you guys up for Gilded and your Gilded adventure going forward. But until next time, have a good one and keep creating.